Yo, what is up? Hey, hope you're doing well. Happy afternoon. It is 4 o'clock on Wednesday, March 5th. Let's go. Thank you guys for joining me. Go ahead and smash the like button. Mash the like button, as they say. Mash it with an M, not with a smash. We like we like to smash burgers and we like to smash some other things. But we can just start to say to mash the like button. You'll find that out in a little while. You will definitely find that out in a little while. But good afternoon. Hope you are feeling well. Thank you for joining me. Man, oh man, do things look a little bit better for some of our favorite coins. And I tell you what, man, Ondo, what a day, baby. A little pissed. I got to say, I got a bone to pick with some of my crew. Tell you what, man, if nobody ever mentioned the stop loss thing this morning, I'd have fucking crushed my day. I would have just been up so big, but we played it smart. I still made money, right? But I would have probably stayed in a little bit longer and made a little bit more, but it is a-okay, positive trade. A win is a win is a win, so we don't actually care. But I'm just more excited, for all my fellow Ondopians. What were we? Ondovians? I can never remember this one. I remember we were the Pith heads, which maybe it's time to swap out of that. Maybe it's time to get up out of Pith and switch it into something else. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll talk a little bit later. We'll get into some charts. But shout out to my crew in the chat. Let's go, guys. Make sure you smash the like button. Support the channel. Support yourself. You could be doing anything, but you're hanging out. So let's go. Let's see. Brian got the gold medal today. Mike Lowry, actually Doom got the silver. And Mike Lowry bringing up, this is how it shows up into me. I know Mike Lowry put the silver medal as his message there, but the order that I see it come through, Doom bringing in the silver and Mike Lowry bringing in the bronze. Corey says, you're too fast. They are all too fast. I'll tell you what, man, you get this show launched, and then all of a sudden we got the crew in here chatting, yucking it up. So I appreciate you. So shout out to all you guys, Ondovians. Shout out to all you guys here in the chat. Thank you so much. 6 a.m. Dougie Doug. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. All my friends say Dougie. All my friends say Dougie. Ondovians. There was something else that we did too. Man, what's up, Abdullah? There was another one. Golly, wasn't this is the one that like Ellie helped us pick? Ondo something. Ondonauts? No, I don't like that one. But I don't think that was it anyway. Was it Ondovians? I don't know. Anyway. Boom. GM. All right. Well, we're going to have a good show. We're going to talk about, let's see, we will get into a couple Bitcoin related and XRP. We'll get into some Ondo. We'll look at charts, but not before we look at the markets. And like I said, things definitely looking much better today. Especially as we lead until Friday. If you guys were not, maybe you didn't know, but Friday is the crypto summit at the White House. Big event. A lot of things set to be announced and scheduled and all that stuff. Hopefully, we'll get a much clearer picture of what's going to happen with the strategic reserve, the assets, the digital assets that we plan to hold. I feel like there's probably a lot more to it than meets the eye. It's not like, all right, let's just go in and buy it up. But I mean, you could do that, but I'm sure, bureaucratic red tape be what it will be. So we'll figure all that out. But, over the next couple of days, I'm sure we'll get some more information of who all's going to be there. I had seen a list. I didn't find it before starting the show, but we can maybe take a look when we get on to, maybe X or whatever, and see if we can find the list of the scheduled guests. Like, it was like Brad Garlinghouse, and who else? David Schwartz. I think someone from Ondo possibly. I'd have to. We'll take a look for it. We'll check all that stuff. But that's coming up at the end of the week, so I fully expect some of the major cryptos, the ones that, especially the ones that they announced, originally it was XRP, Solana, and Cardano were the first three, and then Bitcoin and Ethereum as well is what Trump put in the post. So potentially those five is what we start with, and then maybe we'll get some clarity on a few more. One of the articles that we are going to look at is this one right here, and we'll, obviously. There we go. We'll pop this up and we'll go through the articles in a little bit later here. But Bitcoin to be treated differently from the altcoins in the U.S. crypto reserve, and that comes from Howard Lutnick. So very interesting to see how all of that is going to go down. So we'll get into that article a little bit later, along with some other news, and then we'll get into some charts. But before we do all of that, first I want to say, guys, thank you so much for being here. Make sure you smash the like button, hit the heart. If you are watching on X, we are on both. We are I almost said multi-platinum, multi-platform. So we are over on X and YouTube. So appreciate you guys being here. We'll do about a halfway point. We'll check the likes over on X. I got the chat open. So I see Skylar chatting over there, said something. Was there something else over on? No, not yet. Just Skylar so far. So we'll check the chat over there as well as on the YouTube as the show goes on. Let's go. Be like Mike. He wanna be like Mike, if I could be like Mike. Those are the commercials that they had in Chicago. I don't know if you had them all over the country here in the U.S. growing up, but man, we had Michael Jordan commercials growing up in the suburbs of Chicago because MJ was the king of the shy back at that point. Him and No Tip and Pippen. Pippen would go around town racking up big bills and not tip waitresses and servers and all sorts of shit. He was a legend. No Tip and Pippen. All right, let's look at some crypto. This is what we want right here. Total crypto market cap 2.95 trillion. So we're down into the twos. We're up 2.13%. Our volume down 28.5% today to 124 billion. Bitcoin dominance and ETH, no change. You gas up just a skosh, back up to 0.7. So that thing, anytime you can get way below $1, you should be moving that ETH, man. Do what you can before that thing starts popping off. Trending coins. Let's see what we got here on the trenders. We got Pi, Bitcoin. Retail's starting to come in. When you see shit like Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum Classic or whatever the ETC one, whenever you see those motherfuckers start to pump, then you know like something's up because there's no reason. There is no reason. No reason. What else we want to look at over here? Trending on DexScan. Nah, nothing. Hex. Okay, let's go. I'll take a look at that maybe tonight or at some point tomorrow. I will look it up and see what I've got left on my Cuatro Cinco club. Probably like 12. They were Frank. Be frank about it. I'm gonna be frank with you right now, sir. This is not a daycare. This is my office, and it is the same artwork that was at the previous studio. But I appreciate you being here, brother. Thank you so much. Make sure that you specifically, Frank, sir, again, I appreciate you being here. You better smash that like because you're one of the trusted YouTube crews. You're one of the loyals, the diehards, the faithfuls, the OGs. We got to figure out what's going on. I need to learn and figure out what's going on with the Lacey's, with the Lao. I want to know when the transformation's happening. Like some of those things, like they look really cool, man. I'm really excited about that. So let's chat it up, baby. Thank you for being here. Fear and greed index today is at a 25. Let's click into here and see what we see. Yesterday it was at a 24, still in the fear. Last week 26, 38. So we did have a drop. Let's see. Can we zoom that in? No, it doesn't let us zoom it in. We can't. But right here we hit what I believe it was extreme fear for like 2 days, right? The 27th and the 28th, just on the tip of it. Now, some charts might not have called it, some might have, but at the end of the day, that was the time to really do some damage and get in and maybe do some shrimping. As you guys know, we like to shrimp here. It's where you buy the bottom. Yeah, Nick Cannon dropped the Soul Coin. I've got okay. So I believe what I was doing was, and I wanted to make sure because I pulled the chart up. Let me pull this up. Golly. Wouldn't jump the gun here. If this is what you guys want to talk about, this is what we can do. So it's, you got who's running the show. It's like Books and all those guys, right? Nick Cannon's actually on there. I heard him chatting. He's like, he's making fun of Top G, Andrew Tate, saying this is how you launch a coin, saying you're not going anywhere. This is what he wants to do, yada, yada, yada. I feel like celebrity coins are dog shit, but I want to know, what do you guys think? Are you going to get into the Nick Cannon coin? Are you going to do it? What do you think? Should we buy some? What? I think I got on here. Got some soul. I got soul, but I'm not a soldier. All right, let's do this. Let's buy a Solana of this. Just it's a fucking celebrity coin, and it's so stupid to do this. But we're going to do it. We are going to do it. While and out. 6.2. Yes, there you go. Okay. Swap. You know what? Let's just do 0.5. We're just going to do 0.5 just because. Swap and soul for some wild and out. Wild and out. There we go. All right. There we go. We just bought $71 of some wild and out. We got 11,000 coins, $71.67. We'll see what happens here by the end of the show. Did we even make the buy list? We were like $70. Well, I don't see it on. Anyway. All right, so we'll see what happens with this thing, but I feel like if they're going to try to run this thing up to at least a $10 million market cap, there was like some crazy number. I popped in the space for a second. There's no reason why that this is what actually happened or whatever, but this is, you buy into a meme coin like this, like you just buyer beware, right? You got to be ready to get out. This is not something, I will not probably be in this coin by the time I go to sleep tonight. I will tell you that. Why is it always has-beens launching coins? This guy's got like 45 kids, man. He's got a lot of baby mamas, man. He's probably got a lot of money he's got to shell out every month. So makes sense for someone like Nick Cannon to do that. Shout out to Nick Cannon. We just bought some of your coin. I'm a shareholder now. So just kidding. That was actually a joke that's going to tie into one of our articles about Ripple. And David Schwartz had said something to the effect of basically their goal is not to appease the XRP token holders. Like that's not the way it works. Like Ripple has shareholders, and or they will when they go public, if that all happens, the IPO goes. So like that's what they would be really like worried about, is appeasing them, not the token holders for Ripple, XRP, excuse me. Which makes sense. I mean, we're not. It's not the same as being a shareholder. It's kind of weird to say that stuff. Anyway, well, maybe it's a fun conversation we can have. Yeah, that's good question, Old Army 03. Appreciate you being here, by the way. Shout out. Corey, how is your papa? Was your papa? Is that what you said? Your papa? Your pops? Your papa? Yeah, hopefully pops is doing well. All right. So where were we? We were on the fear and greed index over here on CoinMarketCap. All right, so we'll see. We'll come back to Dex Tools at the end of the show. We'll take a look at the while and out and see what our $71, $72 was worth by the time we get there. All right, so we are on to, let's just look at our top 10, and then we'll look at our biggest loser, see if we've got any opportunities today, because that's what we like to do, man. We like to find those opportunities. Not everything has corrected or pumped. So Bitcoin coming in at 90,000, 241, up 3.5% today almost. You got Ethereum 2232, up almost 4% today. XRP up to 250, up 13, almost 13.5% on the week. There you go. XRP, BNB almost 600, about 2.5% today. Solana 145, up almost 8% on the week. You got Cardano coming in at number 8. Look at that, from number 9 to number 8, moving on up to 98 cents, up 51% on the week. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Dogecoin, there you go, up a little bit. Who cares? I'm not a Dogecoin guy. And then Tron, unfortunately. Pi moving its way up, number 11. Holy cow. That's wild. Hedera, number 12, up 27% this week to 24, almost 25 cents. Love to see that. Chainlink getting a big pump today, along with Ondo. Love to see that. AVAX coming in at number 16. SWE, I'll tell you what, man, 265 for SWE, knowing that this thing was like 5 something just several weeks ago. That could be a juicy pick. It could have been that SWE kind of did its heavy lifting early on, and maybe that's it, or it's getting ready for another massive run. I'm not really sure. We'll have to check on that one. So we'll look at the chart later today for SWE. Bitcoin Cash ripping today. Holy smokes. Let's look at our big winners for the day here. Ay, Dios mío. Man. Hope he's doing all right. All right. Bitcoin Cash. Like I said earlier, man, anytime you see Bitcoin Cash leading the charge, that's usually like a sign that maybe retail's starting to come in, because why would someone buy Bitcoin Cash? Why would you buy Bitcoin Cash? Oh, it's Bitcoin, but it's cheaper. It's cheaper Bitcoin. Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it, homie. Anyway, Aptos, that is up 17%. I'm only doing we know we just like to look at the losers usually because we're trying to find those opportunities. But I've got to do the winners because that's our fam right there. That's our thoroughbred for the race, or however I want to say that. However you're supposed to say that. That's the race that we've chosen for this, the horse we've chosen for this race. Ondo coming in at $1.11. I have got let's see here I am gonna share this tab instead. You guys can see that, right? There you go. All right, so I have got an order set for myself. I have been playing some ups and downs today on the Ondo long, so it's been great. But what I'm gonna do right now, I've got it set for $1.03, and that is based off, well, you know what? Let's just talk about this later because I feel like I'm jumping ahead. Anyway, I'm looking to set a lower limit order to catch. After the activity for today is over, we're going to see this thing come back down, maybe catch a wick. So I'll be paying attention to it. I have it set low right now at $1.03. I will probably have to adjust it at some point this afternoon or this evening, but we'll figure all that out. And I will let you guys know in our top secret private chat group. So, okay. Let me go back here. That's what I want here. And then we want to look at this. All right. So our losers, let's go. Story IP, man. That thing has just been in the pumper column. Now it's in the loser column. We'll see. Athena, Toncoin. I got to make a tweet. Because I got to talk some shit about Keeper. Him and I were talking about this the other day. It was this morning. Crypto Keeper and I were talking about Toncoin, and I asked him if he was on Ondo yet. And he had said, he was, he's kind of on the fence or whatever. And I was like, bro, like, come on. Like, you are gotta be kidding me. Like, you are sitting, everybody, like, they did a lot of with the Donald, the Donald meme coin, the Donald Trump meme coin over on the Ton ecosystem. And so I got to put out a tweet and I got to roast him for that. I told him I got to get him on the Ondo train. And this is the fucking time to do it because the price is so freaking low. And I know it pumped today. And again, I wish that I would have stayed in my trade this morning versus putting in a stop because I got wicked out. Even though it was in the profit, I would have been like way up. But it's okay. That's the beauty of trading. There is always another one. So you wait for the next setup and you get in, baby. Blocky, I got to make your next one. I definitely got to make your next one. So I'll get in touch with you. All right, what other losers we got here? That's it. That's really not a whole lot of losers today, man. Like you got a couple that have a few percent. Everything else is a percent or nothing. Any ops on the week? No. If these are like your thing, maybe, but no. High though, man. I'll tell you what, this thing is crushing it up the charts, man. Moving up to number 11. What's the all-time on this thing? This would have been the time to get your shrimping in. See, this is shrimping. I'm not even showing you the screen. My God. Here it is. This right here is the perfect explanation for shrimping. This is it. It launches, it nukes, and then the shrimp get fed and caught right here. This is where you do it, man. This is the shrimping zone, right? So what is it? So it launches on the 20th, afternoon of the morning of the 21st. Boom. Shrimping zone. You get them shrimping boats, shrimp saute, shrimp gumbo, shrimp kebabs, shrimp tacos. What other kind of shrimps did he have in that? Shrimp gumbo. Oh, Old Army stayed up in that 160 on the Ondo trade. Boom. Let's go. Congratulations. That's a big one today. Up 114% on the VeChain trade. Let's get it. Let's get it. Still have no clue how to sell your pie, Corey. Let's see. Let's go to the markets. You can go to OKX, BitGet, MEXC, Gate.io, LBank. Anything else, y'all? Anything else, y'all? That's it, man. I would get you the OKX or the MEXC, right? I would do that. They got enough volume. They got hundreds of millions. So you should be good. You should be good to get it on one of those if you're trying to offload it. Where do you send it though? You'd have to start an account and then you just get in a wallet there and then you send it there. I think unless this ecosystem is something that I don't understand, that would be the only thing that let's see. I see a lot of people that use MEXC. I mean, if you're just trying to do it for a quick swap, I mean, you're probably going to be under the threshold that you would need to KYC. Okay, so let's do this. Well, I don't have the VPN on. You probably need a VPN because it's telling me. I'll show you. It's telling me when I go to MEXC, your IP and nationality indicate that you are located in a country region where MEXC services are restricted according to MEXC's terms of services. Okay. Well, Crypto Gamer for the win says, I was mining Pi for years on my phone and can't get it off the app. Oh, damn. So you have to KYC and stuff. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I do have my VPN on and it's in like Taiwan or something. Maybe you can't trade on MEXC in like other countries. Let's see. This is not supported in my region. But that doesn't mean anything. It may be like one of those things where you could still set up you soft KYC and it's not a big deal. All right. Anyway, well, that's where you could do that, Corey. There you go. Know your Corey. Know your know your Andy. Hey Andy, why don't you go sell that pie, Andy? That's our guy. Yes, no MEXC in the USA. Okay. Well, you could I'm sure you could just throw a VPN on and do what you need to do. It's not about you. It's the exchanges. It's not about you. You're not going to get in trouble for using an exchange that you're not supposed to use in the United States. It's about them. They're not supposed to have it for the customers. If you can access it, you can use it. Like, don't be silly. It's not that those rules aren't about the people. It's about the companies offering. So Everybody get your panties out of a bunch. All right. All right. Okay. Well, that is that takes care of that pie thing. All right, let's blast through these articles really quick, and then let's get over into some charts, and then because I want to see how we're doing on our while and out token. All right. Bitcoin blockchain used to secure results of the Tennessee County's Republican convention vote. And I don't give a fuck if you're Democrat or Republican. That's not the point of this. This is about don't you tell me where to keep my panties, Frank. You're probably right. I should not. I am not licensed to be giving that kind of advice, right? Financial or thereabouts. So this isn't about what your party or affiliation is. This is just more about, look at this. They're using blockchain for voting. Whew, I like that. Now, why does it have to be on the Bitcoin blockchain? I don't know. They could use something else that's a lot faster. Anyway, that would be something that is very cool, but I think that we probably have better blockchains that could serve a voting purpose. But anyway, in a hotly contested election for a local Republican Party leadership in Williamson County, Tennessee, Simple Proof, a company that safeguards public records using the Bitcoin blockchain, was called in to preserve the integrity of the results. Here we go. Oh, on Tuesday, Franklin. So Franklin, Tennessee, just south of Nashville, happens to be where the only Lifetime Fitness is in the area. And I got a sister who lives up in that area. And so yeah, I know about Franklin. I believe that's where when Turbo was doing a lot of Nashville stuff, he was staying in Franklin. So great place. Great place. Oh, Franklin, Tennessee, man. Just south of Nashville. At the event, bona fide Republicans who voted in the last 3 out of 4 Republican primaries voted for the future of their party's local leadership, with 2 sides of the contest, Elevate and the Williamson County Republicans, each offering a slate of 8 candidates. The final results were committed in blockchain on the Bitcoin block 886370 using Simple Proof's immutable proof of service, an automated service that employs open timestamps protocol to help protect public records. Very cool. Screenshot of Simple Proof's document verification protocol. The whole idea of it being on Bitcoin doesn't quite. I'm not quite settled on that. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, if they figure it out, they figured out. But I think that blockchain-based voting is the absolute future, especially now that Trump's been screwed over in an election or whatever, and he's the president now. They may work on this technology over the next 4 years, even though he can't run again. He may try. Maybe we just do Emperor Trump. I think that's probably what's going to happen, is we're just going to, at this point, just accept Emperor Trump. Let's see. Our ads are Peachtree there. Simple Proof put itself on the map when they secured the vote tallies for the 2023 presidential election in Guatemala. Immutable democracy. There you go. Do we got any? Steve, the person who contacted Simple Proof, described himself as a conservative citizen. What? That's a terrible quote to get. Here we go. Who's Corden? Uh-oh. We're getting the I'm gonna switch the articles. Unless hopefully it was this one that was killing us. Something's killing us right now. We gotta crush Maxi. Uh-oh. We frozen, baby. Are we gonna elect Emperor Trump? I think so. I think that's what's gonna happen. And then Canada, you guys are gonna be our 51st state. Just kidding. Ho, ho, ho. All right. Here is the next article. This is one that I had teased in the beginning of the show. Here you go. Bitcoin to be treated differently from altcoins in the U.S. crypto reserve, says Howard Lutnick. There he is. A model for the U.S. crypto reserve is set to be revealed at the inaugural White House Crypto Summit on Friday. There we go. The president's interested in a Bitcoin strategic reserve, while other tokens will be treated positively but differently. Let's see. The president definitely thinks that there's a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Now, there will be the question of how do we handle the other cryptocurrencies? And I think the model is going to be announced on Friday when we do that. There you go. So we got a little information about what we suggest, what we should see on Friday. Very interested to see who else is going to be there. This is one of the hottest tickets in crypto to get right now. A Bitcoin strategic reserve is something the president's interested in. He spoke about it all during the campaign trail, and I think you're going to see it executed on Friday. Letnick said so. Bitcoin is one thing, and then the other currencies, the other crypto tokens, I think will be treated differently, positively, but differently. Let's see. The summit will be chaired by the crypto czar David Sachs. Let's see. All right, here we go. Here's some of the names that we got. We got Bo Hines. He'll be there. Michael Saylor will be there. Brian Armstrong will be there. Arjun City will be there. Sergey Nazarov will be there. All right. There you go. Who else? Who else is going to end up being there? See, he's moving forward. As you guys know, we talked about that earlier on. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano, the initial baskets, with those initially rising 10, 15, 25, 30, and 75% from last week's lows, respectively. Wow. ADA still on a tear, as you guys know. Like, that thing has just been crushing it. Let's see. Anything else here? Anything else? That is it. That is it. All right. Here is another article. When I first read this, I kind of when I first read the headline, I thought to myself, man, oh man, I'm not really sure that this is good. But then as you get into it, you're like, okay, I get it. Ripple CTO company acts in own interest, not for the XRP holders. So when I read that, I was like, oh man, that sucks, but you have to think you've got Ripple and XRP. Ripple is the company, XRP is the token. And Ripple, I think, assuming all things go well this year, IPO, do all that stuff, they're going to have like actual shareholders if they don't already. I actually don't know if they do. You can have shareholders. Can you have shareholders without being a publicly traded company? No. Maybe. That's just my mind's triggered right now on just being crazy. In an exchange that has stirred conversation throughout the crypto community, Ripple's chief technology officer, CTO, is what they label that in the C-suites, David Schwartz, or you might know him as Joel Katz online, recently clarified that the company has no obligation to act in the interest of XRP holders. His remarks came in response to claims by prominent Bitcoin advocate Pierre Rochard, who argued that the company's business decisions need not and do not prioritize XRP investors. Absolutely. Rochard, he's been around for a very long time. I've known him in this ecosystem from the early days of the Bitcoin conferences when I started going. Let's see. He said XRP isn't a security because Ripple doesn't actually owe you utility or anything else. They are free to dump on you, and you have no right to do anything about it other than join them and dump in XRP. That's why XRP is not a security. He later added XRP army in disbelief. Ripple sells XRP as revenue and operating cash inflow. It's not financing. You are not investing in Ripple. You're just getting tokens created out of thin air dumped on you. Ripple doesn't owe you anything post sale. I mean, these are all true things. And you're buying most of the crypto tokens that we buy now. We're buying on speculation, right? It's not like buying a share or a stock in a company. We are just literally buying in speculation on all these coins. And so in blood endorsement of Richard's stance, Schwartz replied, 100% correct. In my opinion, Ripple can, will, and should act in its own interest. You should not expect Ripple to act in your interest to the detriment of its own interest or those of its shareholders. Okay, so that's what I figured. This puts hopefully some things into perspective for people about crypto. Like, these projects don't owe you shit. And most people think like, oh, I bought a bag. So like, and I think the way that things are designed and the access and how it all works is really detrimental to this notion, right? Because you think of this whole idea like you get an unparalleled access in crypto and Web3, right? Where you go to a space or you go to a show or you whatever, and you get to do the interview and you get to talk with the AMAs or whatever, however things are set up. It's not usually like that. Like you don't like if you invested in Coca-Cola, like odds are you're not talking to the CEO of Coca-Cola ever, right? It's just not how it works. And we've developed like this like inner workings, and I feel like the ability to connect that we do on this level that we do and have this again this unparalleled access to founders, developers, whatever they may be, CEOs, in crypto. But it's just you're they don't owe you shit. These projects don't owe you shit, and that's why I feel like that whole concept was really accepted early on from the NFT guys, and that's why you would see think about the trade groups, right? Like think about the Lazy Lions. That's where I first saw it happen, right? Well, it was within the Lazy Lions ecosystem, and then with Be Frank and the group there with the Lazy Apes, the Loud. That whole thing of getting together with these trade groups, like that to me, that concept of let's band together, let's do more than what we've been given, because you can literally you can run them in parallel. Like look at the NFT collection. You got the art, you got the IP, and you got a community. Now what? They don't owe you shit. They don't owe you value creation. They don't owe you value add. They just they created something that you like. Now again, like so you get together in your little trade groups and you form your little businesses and you got your little investment clubs or whatever it may be. So now you're taking that to the next level, right? And it's the same thing like XRP. Like you buy XRP, Ripple doesn't owe you shit. But you get into maybe a chat group with fuck you, Frank. You get into a chat, you get into the community with one of these coins, and then now all of a sudden it's like, all right, well, they provided you that value to to bring everybody together, right? Like that's what that was the utility was. You bought into the project, you brought into the club, you brought into the community, and then boom, from there you find your friends, your like-minders, whatever, and that there you get the more utility from. Frank, that was a very funny comment. I'm certainly not crashing out. All right. That is it for our news. So, this was something I got this thread pulled up. Let's go through this actually. This is time for our Ondo finance segment. This is a thread that Ondo put out today, so let's go through it just because we want to know the latest and the greatest of what they've got going on. So, number one, the tokenized US Treasuries market has surpassed 4 billion in size, growth catalyzed by Ondo Finance's market leadership. What stable coins took 4 years to achieve, tokenized treasuries achieved in 2, demonstrating strong demand for safe, liquid, and institutional grade yield. Guys, this is an institutionally funded and run bull run. I've been saying it. A lot of people have been saying it. There is no way around it. This is the institution's time. Let's let them have it. We got to play by their rules for now. Pretty soon we'll have some retail in here, but I don't know if we'll have the chops to be able to compete with these guys. But anyway, not Ondo, just with institutional in general. Ondo is now the largest tokenized U.S. Treasuries platform by TVL, or total value locked, if you don't understand what that means. In the past 30 days, they surged to 57%, surged 50%, surpassing $1 billion. OUSG, the institutional product, grew by 165 million, or just about 61%. USDY, the DeFi composable product, grew by $201 million, or 51%. Ondo's leading tokenized U.S. Treasuries provider by number of token holders. Ondo's tokenized treasuries are held by 85% of the 15,000 plus holders in the category and are available around 8 blockchains. Wow. Here you go. You got Ethereum, Solana, Aptos, Mantle, Sui, Arbitrum, Polygon, and Cosmos via Noble. Expanding to Ripple, Stellar, and Plume network coming soon. Plume, that's one I got to get more into that one. More on that to come. They recently announced 3 game-changing initiatives. This was around the time of the Ondo Summit. This was amazing. Nexus, Global Markets, and Ondo Chain. Together, these initiatives will accelerate the mission, unlocking global access by bringing U.S. financial markets on-chain, starting with the 90 trillion U.S. Treasuries and U.S. equities markets. Let's go. There it is. All right, that's our Ondo news for the day. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. This is the time for me to tell you, please go ahead and smash. No. You're not supposed to smash anything. You're supposed to mash.
Mash I button. Oh, Dad, how about this one? Mash I button.
Boom. There you go. Shout out to my little homie right there. That's my little girl. Not feeling well today. So she is napping right now. Took a little napski a little bit this afternoon. So I hope my little G feels better. That's what I call her, my little G, my little girl, my little G. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Make sure you smash the like button, hit the heart, do the things that you got to do. Great afternoon. Grand rising, grand afternoon. That doesn't work. Grand rising is like the fancy way to say good morning. It was like the thing for a little while in crypto, but then it kind of stopped. All right. So let's swing it on over. Let me close these that we don't need. Let's go over to TradingView. How about that? Let's open up TradingView. What's up, Ren 1010? Hope you're feeling well, brother. Good to see you. Why don't I move this actually over here? That'll help. Okay, here we go. We are on the Ondo chart. Love to see this. Let's zoom out and see what these lines are that we have. Been a hot minute. What is that green? That could just be a squiggle. What are we at? We're on the 48 minute, or yeah, 48 minute. Let's go to the daily. Oh, that was our. Okay, this is what we said. We're gonna watch this thing go whoop. So we'll see what happens here. This is our old. We'll just keep this green line. This for fun. You know what? I don't give a shit about that. I don't care. Honestly, don't care. All these lines can go. We are still looking at, and this is what this is why I have got myself an order set low. I feel like we got rejected here at the top of the 618. So we'll see what happens. I do not think we're going all the way back down here. So $1.03 is where I have my order set right now over on Femex. And let's see, let's mark $1.03. So like right there. So that's what potentially I feel like we'll see a retracement tonight when the markets kind of go through their little cool off period. Let's get off the daily and see what it looks like. We can do the hourly actually, because you can see like, we might have peaked for the day. Like that might have been it. Here's where, at 6 a.m. Or 6 a.m. is right here, right? That's 8, 7, 6. So, oh no, here's today. Yeah, so here's where like things really got kicking off this morning. We had a nice little let me draw it right here. We had a nice little zone right here in the early part of the morning. So you can see a nice little collective boom, and then Yatsky. There we went up. Shout out to anybody that's still in their trade. You know that I missed hanging on to it. I got wicked out, but still in the profit though, so it wasn't not a big deal. Plus, I got in and out of several throughout the day, so that was good. But my goal is to catch this thing coming back down, and then hopefully stick in it a little bit longer. So we'll see, what happens over the next, between the next 24 hours, between now and tomorrow, when we report on this time frame and section of the show, you'll know what's going on here. Let's see. I just saw some chats come in. Not funny, man. AI team says, yesterday I got 2 free sandwiches from Jimmy John's. And you guys just keep talking about pizzas. I was completely full and just thinking about pizza. Anyways, right now I'm eating pizza. My God. Hey, how about this, Mr. Funny Man? You're eating pizza. You were thinking or talking about the Jimmy John's thing. My wife, who has been doing a lot of homemade bread, has last night made Jimmy John's copycat. What do you call those things? Would you call it a baguette, or would you call it a hoagie? Whatever. Like copycat Jimmy John's bread. Yimmy Yons, as Emmy calls it. Yimmy Yons. So man, it's funny how the world works like that. We are pizza minded, as you can see. Got the sign to prove it. Got a tattoo to prove it too. Yeah, but Jimmy John's, man, that's That's right now. That's our family's favorite sandwich shop because that's my daughter' favorite sandwich shop. She likes to go after her dance class. Gimme yawns. Yep, win, my man. What is this? Who's winning what? Yeah, let's win. Smash the like button if you want to win. I don't know what we're winning, but if you want to win, mash it. Mash that like button. All right, here we go. There's Ondo Graph. You know, we talked a lot about Graph in the last couple days on AJ's show, and it's one of those ones. I put the Graph Pith, although the Graph looks like it's actually performing pretty well. Look at this. I mean, the charts are freaking identical. Holy smokes! This is the Graph. This is Pith. Really? That's wild. Graph Pith. That's very interesting. Literally the exact same chart. That's wild. So you know, I at this point, when we were talking about, so I don't mean to skip over the graph here. I'm waiting for something. I don't know what we're waiting for. You know, a lot of us are kind of really dumbfounded as to why the graph has just been such a huge underperformer. You know, it obviously had a nice little run in November, like everything else did, but you know, there was a lot of some other coins ended up holding their gains a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like, let's look at Ondo, right? Ondo was one of those ones that kind of gave them all back. You know, had a great November. December had its peak and then boom, went down. Which one that H bar did not? Look, H bar had a great November and it kind of stuck up. You know, it is way up here. So, VeChain. VeChain's another one. This one is screaming by. I'm trying to figure out. I'm going to read your comment. You know what? As it turns out, Abdullah, it was you. You're the one who did it. You convinced me to do it. I don't know, you know, it's your fault. VeChain, sorry. VeChain screaming by. I have actually, so you guys know that I did that swap. Let's take a look at that too. It's been a couple days. Here we go. Sol versus ETH swap. Yeah, we're back up about $500 or so. So here you go. Here. So don't pay attention to the overall value of this. This is just it's me comparing the 10 when I did the swap. It was $10,000 was the dollar value. It was 54 Solana and I swapped it into 3.74 Ethereum, right? So I'm showing this, it's showing it as a portfolio so I can look at them side by side, but just look at the value at the end, right? Let me just make here. Let me do this. All right. So Ethereum, the Ethereum is worth 8,300. If I had kept it in Solana, it would have been worth 7,700, right? So really glad that I ended up making that swap where I swapped the Solana for Ethereum. Now I feel like it's time to do something different with it. I feel like I'm also ready to swap out some of my XRP. I also feel like maybe it's time to dump Pith. And it sucks to even say that, but I don't want to fuck around and like miss this second part of the bull run with like a massive gainer with a under performer. Nah, it's not the screen all the way down. I have one of those like look, like the moment you turn it, like it goes away. It's privacy, man. Privacy. Yeah, and everybody got to see that Doll reposted the video. Thank you, Doll. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Not everybody's reposting the video, but Doll did. So shout out to Doll. Doll happens to also be a member of the channel, which you know I appreciate as well. We got a couple members, so thank you so much. All right, listen, guys. Crypto is going to the moon. That's all you need to know. That is very true. I'll be so pithed if you do. I know. I couldn't be. I'm a pith head. How could I not be a pith head? Well, I'll be pithed. I'll be pithed. Don't be pithed at me. If I sell my coins, don't be pithed. Sell shame. All right, back to the charts. So VeChain, like, listen, it's unless you're like trying to do some trading on it. I'm talking about like spot buys right now. Like when we look at a lot of these, like these are spot buys. I like to me, 28 cents, I believe, is the all-time high on. I mean, look at this thing. This thing's gonna like this goes to like another level. Let's go to the weekly. Maybe that'll be better for us. So look at this. Look where we've got like our own little fib in no man's land compared to this whole chart. Let's pull a fib on the whole thing. Do it from right here. We're going to go to the meat. Do we want to go to the meat? We're going right here. We'll go with that. So here is like, we've got our own little mini fib going, but on the grand scheme fib, guys, we are just like in no man's land. There are so many X's to get this thing back up to where all-time high is. For it to go there, 7X, I'll take it. I'll take it. Right? No. That's not true, is it? Well, yeah, it's not a 10X because it was 28 cents as its all-time high. Showing 28.81. Yeah, 28.81 showing as the all-time high here for VeChain on KuCoin, at least. This is where it shows it here. So coming in at 29 cents. Yeah, about a 10X. About a 10X to get all the way back up. A little bit under that, obviously, because you're going to have to deal with some overlap there. But man, oh man, to me, that is a coin that spot buy. Like you're not going to lose on this one right now because it is down below. It's same thing. It's like it's got less to prove than some of the other younger coins that are way down there, like the graphs and the pits, right? VeChain, they've been around, and I know it's a graveyard coin or whatever you guys like to call it. But think about it. It's got the VeChain, the partnership with UFC, now Power Slap. There's the Walmart partnership that they've got over in China. There is this whole, and you guys have heard me talk about this, and I'm like, probably by the end of this week I will have it finalized and I'll have it recorded. Obviously there's just been a lot of dog shit that's taking my like mind space right now, but this whole like moving into the sustainability ecosystem and what they're doing with the VBetter DAO and all that stuff. And I'm telling you, man, like to get this thing at 2 cents, 3 cents, whatever, is wildly cheap. I know, AJ was saying weeks ago, this might have been when he was still when we were all still at the other building, when it was just like to get VeChain under 4 cents is a blessing. Like now it's been in the 2 cent range for a minute now. Like I'll tell you what, like at some point this thing is going to rip and roar, and it is going to be magic. And it's not an American based company. Someone was asking me that the other day. I believe it's VeChain Foundation location. It's like in the Caribbean, right? In the Seychelles or something like that. San Marino. Where is Italy? You seen Italy? Are they headquartered in Italy? Nah. No, it's not. It's not in China. I mean, they have stuff in China, but no, the VeChain Foundation it looks like it's in Italy. Let's go to Italy. That would make sense because the other day I actually saw Sonny had posted a picture. It had something to do with his Tesla and the charging and how you get paid through some of the dApps on VBetter, and the station was Italy. Like the charging station, if I'm not like I just remember seeing something about Italy, so that would make sense. That would make sense. We'll find out tomorrow. I'll find out tomorrow for sure. For certain. All right, let's go. Pith. We looked at that one earlier. Solana, not in it right now. Would like to see this thing. If this thing comes back down to test the 618, maybe we'll flip out of it for that XRP. Whatever. XRP should be ripping soon. I kind of feel like it's not scientific, but and I know that we got some wicks, but so we can maybe do it like this. Turning on, moving on up, baby. Let's go. XRP to the moon. XRP fam, let's go. We got to get XRP to $10 by Christmas. I mean, that to me is like that's paramount, right? Like I get that $1,000 bet with AJ. We got to get XRP to $10 by Christmas. Somebody there was earlier on the stream was looking for a $17 XRP, and I'm telling you, man, I saw another. Let's look for this. Let's look for one of these crazy XRP articles. Here we go. Let's do this. Why is this not? That's interesting. It's not changing screens. It's still on the chart, even though we've got something else here. View tab. Okay, what is the problem, man? What is the problem? Why is this not loading? Let's go. Here we go. Interesting. What the fuck is going on here with this article? Stop. Ripple price prediction for March 2025 is $100 programmed. Like, you got to be kidding me. XRP's price prediction for March 2025 could get interesting above $3 as bulls could push price towards $5. Yeah, that's fine. We get that. Crypto experts are optimistic that $30 to $100 XRP will be achieved in 2025 if the U.S. SEC drops its lawsuit and ETF approval acts as a catalyst for price. That's crazy. Like, I can see $10. I love the idea of $30. $100 XRP is crazy. We made the jokes about like, okay, if we're going to see $50 XRP, then we better see $58.90 XRP, $5.89, right? We better see that if that's what's going to happen. But $100, this calls for a tweet. And then I just want to make sure that you guys get in on that. We get while the getting is good. We are going to see a $100 XRP this year. Charts don't matter. This is programmed. And we'll put a little Giphy on there. Oh, I should have shared this with you guys. There you go. There you go. Let's go. XRP. Do we want which one? It's always like, which one do we want to do here? Do we want to do the XRP blast off? Because then we can appeal to more people. Or do we want the XRP baby? Yeah, let's go XRP blast off. There we go. Post. Yeah, you heard me. Charts don't matter. This is programmed. Boom. Boom. Let's get it. Let's get it. What do you guys think? I want to make sure that I got to put the this way everybody gets the opportunity. Oh, nope. That's not going to do it. I need to delete that. Delete that comment. That's not right. If we want $100 XRP, I'm officially changing my name to Ripple Nipple, says Dougie Fresh. I can't wait until we call you Dougie Ripple Nipple Fresh. That'll be your name. All right. This is, of course, a little bit of engagement farming. Of course, we have to do that. Come on. How could we not? We got to have a little fun with our lives. I'll put it into the chat. Well, I guess if you're watching on X, you can just go to the profile there. All right, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what everybody says there. What do you guys think? And if you want to just drop it in the chat, what is your peak bull run price for XRP? And that doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to see prices go down next year. And you could say, you know what, 2026, it's on too. I bet we're going to have $1,000 XRP by Q3 2026. Someone could say that. I don't think that, but somebody could be saying that. You never know. Tree Fitty, come on, baby. Give me that. Give me that. I love XRP. I actually just like the gains that it's going to provide. I will probably be a little bit more into some other projects. All right. Back to our charts. And I can't wait to see what's going on with our while and out. I think it's up to $84. I'm going to check it now just because I can't wait. 86.33. Let's go. So we are up like 5 bones. Look at that. We made $5 in the last little bit on some of that. Now the question is, did you guys buy some of that while and out when we did? You might want to ask Rebel to stop dumping. I mean, how does the chart look? Chart looks terrible on the weekly. Let's look at the daily. Looks a little better. There will be a time where this thing's going to pump to like, $4 or $5. And I think at that point, I may get out. And then just, my exposure to XRP is the $1,000 bet with AJ. So, all right. That was XRP, ETH, Bitcoin. Do we want to look at that? It's looking good, looking healthy. Nice little pump. Oh, you want to see this tabs? There we go. Here is Jasmy. Still, my golly. Golly. We'll probably move that thing up there, right there. We can do that right there. Man, this thing is still falling. It's tripping. It's falling. It can't get up. And at some point, like this thing already hit, if that's the bottom, like you can see that wick through there. So this thing has already done this thing once, man. We've already touched. That's a low point. That is just some dog shit action over there on Jasmy. Man, I figured that this thing would have been kicking off by now, especially with some of that news that we saw going on in Japan where they were going to be a little more crypto friendly, start giving back some tax cuts, launching ETFs. But no. This is continual dog shit. This in particular is several weeks of dog shit. At least you had like activity, right? But even though it was trending down, at least activity. This is just flat down. All right. Debbie, we don't need to look at that one. Virtuals. Might have to pick up some more virtuals, and I will have a lower DCA than Mike, unless you got some more, Mike. I'm not sure. I know that was right around 90 cents, 96, 98, something like that when we were talking last on this last little dip, but maybe it's time to get in there. Throw a little bit more, lower that entry point a little bit. Bitcoin dominance, we did see we are at 61%. Okay. Gaps, we did not totally fill the gap. Pretty freaking close, but not totally. So we'll see what happens there. Maybe we come back. Now we can still say, all right, This right here, this 79, we are going to close this gap up at some point later on after we come back down. After this next, however long this next run is. You know what I mean? This next big pop and where it goes. Oh, this is the futures chart. We need Bitcoin. Anyway, that's dominance. Where the fuck is Bitcoin at? It is. All right. Well, let's look at this while and out thing. Let's take a look at this chart. It is definitely time for us to be doing some DEX tools. I want to start looking at some meme coins. I want to do some more meme coins instead of spending so much time on some of those. Like on some of these days, we should have like some focus days where we're looking at some specific charts, or if we're looking at something specific or whatever, I can show that up. But you couldn't see that? Damn. Abdullah. It's all just wild. Speaking of wild, it looks like maybe the dumping is going to start to begin here. Maybe we should get out. We don't want to see this candle turn red. This could be the end. This is the end, my friend. This is the trend, my friend. The end. All right, we're gonna have to make this. There you go. That's close enough. This thing has been scooting up over the last couple hours, man. I'll tell you what, at some point it's going to run out of juice and cool off like we've seen it do earlier. And I feel like it's going to be one of these. If they can get another show spun up tonight, it's 5 o'clock, right? And I feel like they've been running for a while. So they take a few hours off and then get this thing back up and running. I'll check back in on it, later today and see. You can't really see it that well. My apologies, guys. Let me bring this over here. That should be a little bit better for you. I'll set up some of the cameras a little bit differently. What do I think about D-Gods? Well, there was one time I went up to the party at NFT NYC and it got into like an altercation. Not an altercation. I got into it. It was like they were being assholes about something. And like I had my finger on the fucking button to buy a D-God like right there. And they got like the guy there's private, it was like security that they had rented. So it wasn't like anybody in the team. And the guy was just a fucking douche. And so like that was like one of those put like a bad tone on the whole thing. But at the end of the day, like Frank flip-flopping all the chains for the actual D-God stuff, all the shit behind the scenes, I think sucks. The people that I have ever met, anytime I've ever been to, whether it was a different D-Gods event or met a group of other D-Gods, like the people are fucking awesome. I just think like Frank, not my cup of tea. Any interaction I've ever had with Frank was whatever. And I don't think that necessarily what he does or what he's doing now for the meme coin space is good. Where they talk about like the insider things and stuff and just being all part of it, like whatever. But you can't actively play a role in being like an insider and say that you're not when everybody knows that you are, if that makes sense to you guys. Anyway, enough about all that stuff. Hopefully that answers your question, Pharaoh. Hopefully that answers that question. All right, we are still sitting here on our official while and out. This candle, hopefully it will get to turn back green here. We are right at about with $74 now. So we are up $3 from our initial buy-in. So hopefully we'll get a big ass pump. Who knows? We only put in a half of Solana, so who cares? But did anybody else get in on this while and out? This is stupid to even participate in these things. And honestly, it should have been like here if I was going to participate, but a half a soul to see what happens. Maybe they run it up to 10 milli. You know, maybe they do something fun like that. Maybe more. Who knows? I'll probably be out. If we get another 2 million in, I'll probably be out at like 9.5 million is where I'll get out. I don't really need to stick around in it too much longer. Because the longer you stick around in these things when they stop moving, the higher percentage opportunity you've got to just get smoked out, right? So buyers beware. But there, I'm on a little bit of that. Why not? For the culture, baby. For the culture. For the culture. All right. Any of our favorites doing anything today? Nah, nothing really to report. Do you guys have any coins that you want? Leo Mopac Crypto. Mopac? Are you like Austin, Texas Mopac, Leo? The Missouri Pacific Railroad. I know what that is because I used to live in Austin. The Mopac right there. At $7 XRP by October 2025. Love that. I'll take a little bit higher than 7, but I definitely like to see that. That gets us very close to our goal, especially because that'll be like around the time that the parabolic phase or, you know, the Q3 pump is going to be kicking off. So love to see that. Snack. Can you look at Snack on these? Do they come up on here? Let's see. Crypto. Is this the snack? Is this the right snack? I don't even know if that's the right one. There you go, Leo. I like that. I like that a lot. That's very cool. All right. Well, I think that might do it then. I think that will wrap it up for the day, guys. I appreciate you. Unless there are any other, let me just scroll the chat really quick just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Did we get anybody to bite on our XRP post? Let's see here. What do we got? We got a couple comments. Corey says peak 480. Give me a break, dude. You're such a bear. What cryptos do you love? Home farm engagement, LOL, 100 XRP. We put it at a 10 trillion market cap, homie. Come on, we need realistic posts. You are the realist, though. That's you, not me. Cato said that would be nice, but another 0 or 2 would help lots. You must be high on Bitcoin supply. Bitcoin Jimmy says market cap does though. I'm super bullish on XRP, but no chance it gets anywhere close to $100 this year. LOL. In what reality? Oh, that's fun. I wasn't even sharing those while I was reading that. Golly, you guys got to help me out. I'm kidding. It's not your fault. There you go. So there's a couple of the answers. Those are the answers that we got on that post there. I'll tell you what, man, I hope we see a little bit more than 480. I hope that we do. All right. Well, I also hope, speaking of things that I hope that you have a wonderful freaking afternoon, evening, night, morning, whatever, wherever you happen to be. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Please go ahead and smash the like button on your way out. If you are watching on X, you could hit that heart. If you are watching on YouTube, smash the like button. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back here at 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. But you know the drill now. 11:30, 10:30. 10:30 is AJ's show. 10:30 a.m. over on AJ Rice Crypto. So that's been a lot of fun doing that, hanging out with him. So, all right, that's it for now. Adios, mi amigos.